Welcome back, everybody. In my last video I showed you the basic control of Terraria. I also gave you an introduction to the user interface and showed you some of the menus. So I want to take today and look at some of the basics of gameplay mechanics, and among these are going to be combat and building and crafting. So I want to look first and foremost at the actual mechanics. So as of now, you have a basic understanding of how to control your avatar and navigate through the interfaces. I want to look at the gameplay behind Terraria. The first thing that's very apparent about Terraria, if you haven't noticed, is that it's an adventure game. It's not just get from point A to point B. In this game, you have to survive. You can do that by building houses, building weapons, taking shelter, whatever means you can to survive. You're also going to notice that there is real-time day and night. And at night, even though you can't see it here, you're going to run into more enemies, which will show up a little later in this video. These enemies are very much more dangerous than that green slime you saw earlier and can do a lot more damage. So, in order to sort of give ourselves some way to survive, we've got to build a shelter. To build a shelter, we have to have something that's going to be at least 6 blocks tall by 10 blocks wide. So to do that, we're going to have to mine some stuff. So right here I've got my pickaxe, and I'm just going to start mining. We're going to need about 30 blocks by the time we're done, so I'm going to get right around there just to be safe. The process itself can take a little bit of time, and then as you'll see, I'll equip my little light here, and I'm in a pit, so I've got to use some of my other items to sort of build my way out. Just point at the ground and use the right trigger. Here's a zombie I was talking about earlier, and as you'll see, there's a lot of them. They come fast, and they will do everything they can. So, only the other items we're going to need for building our house, aside from these bricks of dirt we got earlier, is going to be wood for our doors. We're going to need tables. We're going to need lighting, and it's better to get everything right now so I can just show you how to go about this. Now, unfortunately, in making this video at night, there's a lot of troubles. But if, in this case, we need a torch, so we go into the menu with the Y button, and right now we can look at some of the stuff we can build, but our number one thing is a torch, so we select it there with the left thumbstick. We have the items for it. We press the A button, and we craft it, and it's added to our inventory. As you'll see, my number went up, and now we have torches. The other things that we're going to need is a workbench, which will help us in further crafting more materials. So, as of this point, I'm going to put my dirt blocks up in my inventory, and I'm going to put those torches there so I can see. I'm going to go over here to a flat part of land, and I'm going to attempt to build one. So I'm going to build it the 6 high, and I do apologize because I'm getting attacked here, but I'm getting at least 10 wide. It can be taller and wider, but that's our basics. And unfortunately right now you're seeing what happens when enemies attack you. They're a lot stronger at night. Like I said, I'm very new into this game, so I don't have the strength to stop them, and I just got killed. I respawned, I lost some of my stuff, but now I'm in the house, so let me show you the rest of the stuff you're going to need. First and foremost, we're going to need a crafting table. We'll close this door so I'm not in danger while I'm showing you. At this crafting table we can make the other things we need for our house, namely a door, at least one chair, the table we have, and lighting. I have these all crafted, so I'm going to quick select them so it's a little bit easier for me to get to them. To put the doorway in, I'm going to need to have a space that's going to be at least 3 blocks tall. And because this is dirt, I can use my pickaxe, not just clear out 3 blocks. I'm taking a little bit of extra time here because of all the zombies there. I think there's at least 5 or 6. So we're just going to wait for them to get back. We're going to do that. Now we select our door. We go up to the top here and we press the right trigger button to put it there. Zombies cannot get through these doors, enemies cannot get through these doors. There are special events in the game where they can. We'll talk about those a little later. I'm also going to take this time to put a light source in. And I already have a chair there, but normally a house would need a chair. The other thing our house needs before it's totally complete and livable is a back wall. As you can see, I've got some dirt wall already, but to make this, you go into your crafting menu with the dirt you collected. You can go down there and build as much as you need. When you can't build any more, your items will get dark and you won't have the option. I've got a dirt wall. I've got to make sure I cover every inch of space within my house. And as a result of that, I will have the actual requirements for a house. As I keep going through the game, I'm going to start encountering enemies that are stronger and stronger. And aside from these enemies that look really, really difficult right now, there are bosses in the game. These bosses don't just normally show up, with the exception of one that you can read about in the links below. But you have to summon them. They're very tough fights, and as you get through the game, they get harder and harder. So you're going to want to do whatever you can to get yourself stronger, to build better weapons, and to do that, you have to mine, you have to kill enemies for some of the stuff that they drop. Zombies will drop coins, the slimes will actually drop items that can be used to actually make torches. It's all about building up and up and really just learning how the game plays. You can, over time, you'll get anvils and you'll be able to mine stronger stuff, and it will become easier for you. Don't get overly concerned with how you're doing at first. When I first started, I get killed a lot. The important thing is just keep going. You have infinite respawns, unless you're playing on the highest difficulty, in which case you die once, you're dead. But let's face it, we aren't going to play like that. And just, you see me get killed here, just remember, it's all about having fun and just growing as a player. This is a game that will definitely take up a lot of your time, but I think it's well worth it, and I hope this tutorial has really helped you. So I want to thank you for watching both of my videos, and if you have any more questions, I have links in the actual description. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you.